I know with the upcoming season now, you have problems with crabgrass and just getting that lawn looking green for the spring and the summer. Nick's the man to tell you what to do. Nick, welcome to Focus Delaware. Again, this is your second time here, right?
Right, it's great, Bob.
You were here in the fall,
Yes, I believe it was the end of September.
Telling us how to get our lawn ready for the fall.
For the fall, right.
Well, now we make the cycle.
Right.
Nick, what are some of the things that we should do to our lawn now?
Well, Bob, as we are approaching the height of the spring lawn season, what we should do is rake out the lawn thoroughly, clean it up, get all the debris off, matted grass especially, so the oxygen and nutrients can get down in the root system. After that, we should really start thinking about putting some kind of a crabgrass preventer on.
Crabgrass, that's a perennial problem. Can never seem to get rid of.
Most people had that problem last year, and it should be prevented really during the spring. It's better to control it now than during the summertime.
Can you really kill crabgrass without digging out the bulbs? All you really can do, isn't it, just sort of kill off the shoots that come out of those bulbs?
Yes, crabgrass, of course, there are millions of seeds into the top layer of the soil, and it's kind of hard to keep it killed off every year. But this particular product, which is called Betazan.
What is that again?
The crabgrass preventer.
Yes, what's the product called?
Betazan.
Betazan, because I want to make a mental note of that for my lawn.
Well, several companies do make that product, like, for instance, the OM Scott's company, Lebanon, and some other companies who make the lawn and garden products.
Is it Betazan like a generic name, and then there are different companies have different names for that generic product?
Yes, Betazan is a generic name. Other companies have also preventers which can be used with seeding also. DuPont company has a product called 2%, which can be used while you're seeding your lawn in the spring. And it's a very good product.
So now we've got the ground fertilized, and we're fighting the crabgrass. What else do we do?
Well, if you want to seed this spring, of course, we've had a lot of rain in the past week. We can, after we rake out the lawn and are ready for seeding, you can use like I mentioned before, the starter fertilizer with a crabgrass preventer the same day you're seeding. Now, if you're seeding in a shady location or sunny location, there are mixtures designed for those areas. For example, shady location. A good grass seed mixture is a combination of a hardy fescue, which withstands drought and tolerates a lot of shade. About 50%. Another fescue, which is a creeping red fescue, it's about 30% of that mixture also, which keeps the lawn nice and thick. Then it also contains 20% of a fine leaf perennial rye, and which is shade tolerant also. A variety, for instance, is called most people know about that. It's called Pan Fine.
And that's a shade seed.
Shade. Well, it's part of the shade mixture.
I see.
As we go to the sunny areas, mostly the sunny mixture contains bluegrass, Kentucky bluegrass, common.
Yes.
A lot of people, of course, know that particular type of bluegrass. Also 30% of fescue and 20% of the fine leaf perennial rice I just mentioned. But for sunny areas, of course, a nice bluegrass hybrid will make a nice looking lawn.
Is it necessary to have a grass seed spreader in order to do a good job when we do our seeding this spring?
Yes, it's essential to have a good spreader with a precision flow. The one spreader I always recommend, and we've had a lot of luck with, is the Scott spreader. It's very accurate. If it says on the box 4,000 square feet, you do get your 4,000 square feet coverage out of it, and that's very important because it means time and money.
Now, Nick, you're located at the Silverside Home Mart. You're the garden manager there, is that correct?
That's correct, Bob.
And if people have questions, and follow up to our discussion today, they can contact you there for consultations?
Yes, that's correct. Our phone number is 478-1234. Weekdays we're open from 8:30 till 5:30. Saturdays 9 to 5. Sundays 10 to 4.
And Silverside Home Mart is located where, Nick?
It's located on the Concord Pike, Route 202, just south of the Concord Mall, next to the Sheraton Hotel. And we have a big sale going on right now.
What's that?
It's a spring sale and it contains a lot of good lawn and garden items. The sale is good till April 11th, so I'd like people to come down and check out our lines.
Sounds very
We're a
good.
complete garden center.
This is Nick Mooyman. He's the garden center manager at the Silverside Home Mart, and he's been here to tell us about preparing your lawn for the spring, and he's answered a lot of our questions. If you have more, contact Nick Mooyman at the Silverside Home Mart. That's been our Consumer Spotlight for tonight's show. We're going to go to some short messages, and then we'll be back with more of the show. Don't go